I knew it was something I forgot. YouTube, Blow Yard Gang. Podcast listeners all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Captain Crown. We're just here to celebrate the game that we love, and that's the NBA. Listen, man, we definitely thank y'all for coming here, joining us, man, for another conversation, man, about the NBA. If you guys are new to the channel, do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button and join us here. If you're new to the channel, if you're all into NBA content, and also too, man, everybody do us a huge favor and hit them likes tonight. Help us get them likes up, man, so that way we can find more NBA fans like yourselves to join us here. All right, man, we got a good one for y'all tonight, man. Got some of the worst trades in NBA history. Michael Beasley said some things, but Monty Jones said some things that we definitely got to conversate about, man. So you ready to get to it, King?
I am, bro. Let's do this.
Yes, sir, man. Listen, before we start, man, so for those, we've been getting a lot of positive feedback from some of the people who follow the channel. Some of the people who've been rocking with us from like day one. You know, we definitely appreciate the support. But every once in a while, you know, you get certain people, man, who say stuff and do wild stuff. I don't normally really say too much about it. I just say, forget about it, keep it moving. I usually leave this type of stuff on my partner. I let him take care of it because he's a whole lot more professional than me. But after a while, it kind of just gets on your nerves. So, you know what, I decided to do this, man. I'm gonna explain this to the people who are listening to the show. We're formerly known as We Talk Mavs. Keyword formerly. We are not We Talk Mavs anymore. Nor will we go back to We Talk Mavs. We are enjoying the new format that we have because it gives us more freedom and it gives us more creativity to entertain people and to also conversate about the whole totality of the NBA. So for the people who keep asking, or the people who keep whining in the comment sections, or the people who keep leaving stuff on our channel talking about what Laker fans or whatever the hell it is, I tell folks all the time, it's like you go into a restaurant and you complain about food that you don't like. Then why go to the restaurant? Right? Now, can you help me out here? Do the Mavericks play in the NBA?
Yes.
Gotcha. So if they play in the NBA, why would you not think we're going to talk about the Mavericks? We're not going to be solely fixed on the Mavericks. We're not doing that no more. And for reasons, from a lot of the backlash we've been getting over the last 2 months here, or maybe 3 months, even some other people that we know been getting, I'm not ever going back to the Mavs. The fandom is toxic. It's very draining. I want to go back to that. Why would I not want to have fun covering the team when I can just do what I'm doing now and having a whole lot more fun doing it? So, with that being said, if you want to find a channel where they completely just talk about the Mavericks, that's all they talk about, you want whoever talk about the Mavs to glaze them as much as you want them, as much as you want to hear. You want to hear everything positive about them. You want to hear every single minute of your day. You want to hear nothing but Maverick talk. I got something for you. Check this out. Here are some other content creators that you can go to that still cover the Dallas Mavericks to this very day. Very simple. You don't have to be in our comment section crying and whining about the fact that we don't cover the Mavericks anymore. And King also posted 2 of the videos of us explaining it. So this isn't something that's just far-fetched. And I know we live in an age now where people, I know comprehension is missing from a lot of people. People just can't comprehend. No matter how much you tell them, you could tell them till you're blue in the face. No matter how many times you explain it to them, it's just some people's. I'm trying to choose my words, so I'm trying to be professional. But just comprehension nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like we could say something and people still continue to take it a different direction, just not listening, not comprehending what people say. So I figured, hey, let me go ahead and explain it to you guys one more time, because after this, I'm not explaining it no more. If you ain't caught on to it after 3 months now, then we might need to question your intelligence, because we didn't say it many times. I even showed you some other people that you can go follow that still cover the Dallas Mavericks to this very day. But for the other people who want to rock with us, that want everything basketball, everything NBA, you in the right place. We're going to talk about the Mavericks. We're just not going to be sitting there solely locked in on the Mavericks. And from the BS that we've been going through the last couple of months, I'm glad I'm not locked on the Mavericks anymore. That fan base is toxic. Now, of course, I'm not talking about all Mav fans. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Before everybody started getting their little panties twisted. I'm not talking about everybody. Y'all know who I'm talking about. My partners have addressed a few of them before. So I figured, hey, I'm going to say something now. But like I said, there are options. You don't have to come here if you don't want to. We are not begging. I promise you, God, I'm not begging nobody to stay. Not begging. If you want to go to another channel because all they talk about is the Mavericks, you have options. If you want to talk about everything in the NBA, whether it be new or old, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button to help us grow the channel. Because we're definitely working hard at this. As y'all can see, we're bringing y'all content every week consistently. Still rocking with the members on Friday. If anything, we're doing more content and hustling more with this new content than we did with the Mavericks. Because we're actually having to create the content ourselves. It's not written for us when we was covering the Mavericks. It was that simple. Hey, the Mavericks won, talk about it. The Mavericks lost, talk about it. With this, we're literally having to dig deep and find content to talk to y'all about. And I know it's hard work, but to me, that's fun. Because it steps up your creativity.
Yep.
It makes the content more genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's type of stuff I like. So,
to piggyback off of what you just said, at least half of the month we talk about the Mavericks. You feel me? Because they have a lot of stuff going on right now because they're part of NBA and
just got the number one pick.
Your story, yeah. Like, so we have to talk about the Mavericks. We're going to talk about a trade. I'm going to think today the Mavericks made. It's going to be part of this as well. Like, we talk about the Mavericks, but at the end of the day, bro, like, last but not least, it's your show.
Pretty much.
I mean, not to be an a-hole, but it's your show. You create this show. You created it. You rock them. You do what you want to do. People can watch it or they not watch it. You feel me? Like, it's their choice. We appreciate the folks that do watch, but the people that's haters, like, go hate somewhere else because tired of addressing them. You know what? I'm lying. I'm gonna keep addressing them. I'm lying. I'm not even going to lie to you, bro.
That's why I leave it to you, because I'm like, yeah, you a whole lot more professional than me, bro. I've been able to say some stuff.
I love making these people look like fools. I love it because they try. It's like, I love bullying bullies, man. I love it. So keep being a bully. I'm a bully.
But yeah, with all that being said, though, man, let's get the show started, man. You already know what we start the show off with, man, and this is gonna be interesting. This is something that Michael Beasley just said, man. So we're gonna definitely get into this segment of I was told.
I was told. I was told.
I was told.
I was told. I was told.
Take it away, Michael B.
With Jordan, they don't talk about the negativity. They don't talk about the playoff losses. They don't talk about the fact that he actively sought out Dennis Rodman, who was already a two-time champion. And no shot to Jordan because he's Jordan, right? But they don't tell the story of him having to learn the championship pedigree. LeBron James gave us or has given us the opportunity to be witnesses. We watch his good, his bad. We watch his ups, his down so long, and he's been so great that we don't have anything to say. So we now talk about his son, right? That's my personal argument.
Well, King, you hear what Michael Beasley said, man? What you think, man?
I mean, shout out to Beasley, man, from down the block. But yeah, bro. I always say this stuff, man. I shout out to Beasley. I know his career wasn't the way a lot of folks thought it was going to be, because different situations and all. But he probably was. I think at the end of the day, he was really medicating for different issues and all that type of stuff. But that's a different conversation. But he's telling the truth, though, bro. Like I tell you, Beasley's he's a great basketball player. He knows what's up. He's a guy. He usually talks the truth when he talks this kind of stuff, as far as in his mind and what he believes. He talks about like playing. I think I talked to Joel about this in Playback about him beating, saying he never lost like a Kevin Durant or LeBron James one-on-one and all. And because Joe believes certain guys, if you can beat guys one-on-one, you're the greatest player ever and all that. I'm like, bro, it's a 5-on-5 game, not a one-on-one game. If everything was one-on-one, it'd be different circumstances. But yeah, he's always giving LeBron his props and all that. So I mean, it is what it is. I tell you, bro. You don't have to be a Jordan fan. You don't got to be a Bron hater. And to be a Bron fan, you don't got to be a Jordan hater. Like, you can appreciate greatness, and I appreciate both of them. So he talks some truths.
No, you got to, man. That's the rules nowadays. You didn't get the memo.
Yeah, I guess
you got to hate one of them, man. You got to hate one or the other, bro. That's how that works.
I ain't get my
only thing the only thing I disagree with him on was the fact that he said Jordan seeked out Dennis Rodman. That's not what happened. They came to Jordan and asked him, hey, is it cool we pick up Dennis Rodman? He was a free agent or whatever. And Jordan said, do whatever y'all, as long as he come on the team and he plays within the team structure or whatever, that's fine or whatever. Like, he never went to the front office ever and was like, yo, give me this guy, give me that guy. That wasn't Jordan. Because especially too at that in that day and time, bro, a lot of players didn't do that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So
front office did their job. They needed a power forward when they lost Horace Grant.
Horace Grant, yep. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, that game I was telling you about that I watched, it was the Mavs and the Bulls, 96, because they still had Jim Clemens as the coach here for Dallas. They didn't have a power forward. They had Kukoc start, I think, they had him at the 4. They had Bill Wennington starting because Longley wasn't even starting. And I think that's because he was injured at that time, and so they were still trying to work him back in or whatever. But
Dennis Rodman was hurt.
He was at the. I'm trying to think. Was at the beginning? No, he did.
Because he was there 95, 96, right? 94, 95 is when he wasn't there.
You right. My bad. So he must have been hurt or something.
He must.
But they didn't say anything about it. And the crazy, I'm guessing so because they didn't say anything about it on the game, and that broadcast team was the Chicago Bulls broadcast team. But I remember them on WGN, and they didn't say anything about it. I was listening to the game. I remember I told you I was listening to it and stuff, and watching little bits of it, but I was still listening or whatever. And I didn't hear them say anything about Dennis Rodman.
It was definitely 96 though. And
it was Dennis Rodman. Now that you say that, it was 96. They had what's the boy name? I know Luke Longley was hurt. Mm-hmm. They were trying to work him back to his normal self or whatever. They had Bill Wennington starting, and they had Kukoc starting. Because matter of fact, you're right. Because they had Ron Harper starting at point guard in that game. So, trying to think, was that the game? Or was that? No, I was watching another game. I watched another Bulls game. I forgot who they were playing though. It's a dude on YouTube.
Was that Jordan 45? Jordan 45. Then they would have problems with the power forward position.
The other game I watched was Jordan 45.
That's probably the one you saw with no power forward.
I couldn't see this one because the quality and stuff was bad, so I couldn't really tell or whatever. And they didn't show a lot of close-ups at that time. They didn't show a lot of close-ups. They didn't show the score until somebody scored or whatever. So I can't even remember. But anyway, I forgot what my point was. Look, man, I think we've said this before. I think you said this a million times to a lot of the Glow Yard. We talk about people kind of putting their feelings and their takes and stuff like that. The fact that there are players, that in history that I didn't like. You already know I couldn't stand Utah Jazz back in the day. I still can't stand them. But when we had the debate about who's like the best power forward, second, all that stuff, you got to give the guys props, man. Right? Growing up a Mad fan, I hated the Spurs, but I had to give Greg Popovich his props, man. The dude is the greatest. I think he's arguably the best coach of all time or whatever, right? Like you have these, you gotta have these non-biased type of views, man, with some of this stuff, man. You gotta be honest, you gotta be real, man. Just try to step back, look at it with a clear view, take your feelings out of it, man, and just be real. What he said is right. He's right. And I think even Jordan said this before too. The fact that he even said he don't think he would have made it in the social media era.
Social media,
yeah. He said he would not have made it, bro. And I agree with him because there are a lot of stuff that we heard about Jordan that if you think about it today, it's like, damn, that would have blew up. Him going to gamble, before a game or whatever, that would have blew up. Him drinking or whatever, that what's call it, the flu game. Now we're starting to kind of learn that it went rid of the flu or whatever. But we're hearing different mixed stories about that. But that would have blew up to something else. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody gives Bron credit for that. You feel me? Like that's Bron been going through that since he was 16, 17. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like that's it's context, bro. It is what it is. Different players, they do different things, different eras, different responsibilities. Like, don't hate, appreciate. Simple as that. Cliche.
Yeah, that's why I said we try to celebrate the game here on the channel, man. Because growing up, man, because we always talk about, man, you're gonna miss it when it's gone, right? And that's how I kind of felt like when Jordan was gone. Now I miss him. Dirk is gone. I miss him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna miss these players, man, when they're gone. We trash them, they bash them while they're playing, but then like you don't see another play like that again, man. Like you want to cherish what all you can see at that time while it's there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't be critical of them. It's a difference between being critical and you just completely just bashing somebody, saying they're complete trash when that's not the case. And so that's why I said, like, just enjoy what you have at this time, man, because it's gonna be gone after a while, man. That little 15 years or 17 years, whatever, go by like that.
Man, that's you lucky to get that long. 17 years and all that. Like,
cause what Dirk been at least 21?
21, yeah. Like that ain't normal. Yeah. And I told you
real quick.
We had already had Luka for 7 years almost. Like, time flies, bro. So
it does.
You gotta, but I miss Kevin Garnett. I miss Tim Duncan. You feel me? Like, I miss those guys.
Bro, I miss Iverson. I miss Vince Carter in his prime.
That's what I'm saying.
Kobe.
Like, all those guys gone. T-Mac, like they talk about now. Like, all those guys, bro. Even Ray Allen.
And it felt like they just played yesterday, bro, and it's already gone. You know what I'm saying?
I remember Ray Allen being Jesus Shuttleworth and then playing for the Bucks and then going to Seattle with the original Splash Brother with Rashard Lewis and all that, bro. Like,
yeah.
With Lou Rittenauer and what is that? Radmanovich? Wasn't that who I was on the team and all that? Yeah, bro.
The original 77, man.
Yeah, original 77. Yep.
Radmanovich. But I used to want him on the Mavs, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I need one of them.
But nah. I'm saying I'm gonna get the Sean Kemp one, bro. Matter of fact, they got the Ray Allen ones.
Yeah, I know. I would like to get actually like a Rashard Lewis.
I'm about to say, if you get a Rashard Lewis, you the realest dude on the planet, bro.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
Rashard Lewis or Radmanovich, like I just said. That 77 for that, bro.
Bro, if you get a Radmanovich, that'd be.
Ooh, that's 77 for the Seattle Supersonics.
Yeah, yep.
That might be a look. I might have to try to find that.
And that's the one when it was kind of like that. Like what was that material is made out of? Kind of like shiny a little bit.
Yeah.
What was that, polyester, whatever that is?
Yep.
I remember that, bro. But yeah, cause we're gonna be talking about Seattle here in a little bit. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got, man, for the whole Beasley thing. Like I said, I agree with him. Like I said, things are different, man, because of the errors. You got a lot of social media, got a lot of what they call that, armchair quarterbacking and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's a little different than it was back then. You always heard me say I was trying to hurry up and get the sports page before my dad did because I want to learn what was going on that week. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to make it from week to week, unless like I'm somewhere and like there's a paper sitting on the table or something. Like during Thursday, it's paper or whatever. I'll probably read it. But other than that, it was every Sunday and Sunday. You're trying to hurry up and get that sports page, man. You're trying to read it. I remember like going over Will's house, man. We was kids. Like we sitting there fighting over the newspaper because we want who want to read it first and stuff. You know what I'm saying? With him and my other cousins. So I remember them days, man. So,
Same.
but yeah, what was that brought to you by, man?
Over there, Fanatics. This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem them in your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
Yes, sir, man. All right, King. Let's get to the main topic here, man. Let's get this debate popping out here, man. Let's get into these worst NBA trades since 2000. Ooh, spooky. Look at that. It's all spooky and stuff. We can start it off like this, man. You know, I know everybody already know. A lot of people feel like the Luka trade was the worst, but here are some other trades that were considered some of the worst trades since 2000. It is now 2025. That was for the last 25 years. These were some of the worst trades. This was updated to February of 2023.
Okay.
So I think probably since 23 to now, it might have just been Luka's trade.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst. So this might be as close up to date as we've had over the last few shows or whatever. So, but yeah, check this out, man. The first one, I know you remember this one, bro. Phoenix Suns trade Isaiah Thomas to the Boston Celtics. I remember that's when Phoenix had let me read that out real quick. Celtics had received Isaiah Thomas and Jonas how you pronounce that dude's name?
Jerebko.
Who them two dudes? I don't even Jerebko and Gigi
Datome.
Datome. I don't know who them dudes is. The Suns got Marcus. Yeah, the Suns got Marcus Thornton and a 2016 first round pick, which I think turned out to be Devin Booker. Right? I could be wrong. It might have been Devin Booker. Yeah, it might have been Devin Booker. And then the Pistons receive Tayshaun Prince. So it sounded like the Tayshaun Prince went back too.
Yeah,
he went back to the Pistons. Because I thought at that time Tayshaun was with Memphis though.
Who'd he get traded from? So he was he with Phoenix?
He got to be with Boston.
He's with Boston, yeah. Because he the one that Tayshaun was. It didn't matter. I think Tayshaun was just part of the third team trade and all that.
Yeah, he was at the end of his career anyway.
Yeah, just the goddamn to get him back to Detroit and all that. With Detroit will help.
Yeah.
Is this that bad of a trade though? For real?
If you want to say, I mean,
if the first round pick,
it depends on what you think about Isaiah Thomas.
If the first round pick ended up being Devin Booker, right? Like, and when Isaiah Thomas was on Boston, like, he did his thing. You feel me? Like, he got to the conference finals and all. So, like, I mean, he ended up getting injured and all, but I don't think it's that bad of a trade, though. Circumstances made it, like, worse, but I don't think it's that bad.
Because Isaiah was solid with the Suns, but I think he took off with Boston because they pretty much, fixate the offense for him. So, yeah, I agree with you, bro. I don't think that's that bad. Like I said, unless they're saying because they get it might be Booker.
It's 2016 D Book. Hold on, let me see. Somebody, why are you doing that real quick? Let me see.
I could be wrong, but I think so. Because I feel like Book. No, wait, Book was a 16?
No, 2015. It wasn't. So it's a bad trade. I mean, who did they get the next year?
Who did they get?
Is that Mikal Bridges or something like that?
No, Bridges was in Luka's trade. Yeah. Is that 8? No, 8 was in Luka's.
I don't know, bro. So yeah.
Oh, was that no. I'm gonna say that wasn't Jackson. That was 17.
Yeah, that was Dennis Smith Jr. Yeah, so it's oh man, it's still not that bad of a trade due two circumstances. Like it was a bad trade at the beginning because Isaiah Thomas looked like he was about to become, you feel me, somebody, but it's not that bad in hindsight. They messed up the first round pick, the Suns did, but it still wasn't that bad in hindsight.
Yeah, I don't see anybody on there like, oh my God, y'all get that up.
Yeah.
Like I said, Tayshaun, I think he was toward the end of his career on that one. So
Yes.
yeah, I agree with you on that. So this is the next one right here, King. I know you remember this one. So the Boston Celtics trade Joe Johnson to the Phoenix Suns. Man, Randy Brown, the Suns got Randy Brown, Milt Placico. I don't know. I don't know who these people are. 2000. Yeah, they really are. 2002 first round pick. So they got him in the first round. Pretty much Randy Brown and this other dude in the first round pick with Joe Johnson. They all went to Phoenix. The Celtics got Tony Delk and Rodney Rogers. Man.
Yeah, Rodney Rogers, bro.
Rodney Rogers, boy. I think he was toward the end of his career at that time too.
Yeah, that was a bad trade. Phoenix couldn't hold on to Joe Johnson, bro. Like, that's another bro. What if Joe Johnson would have stayed over there and been that dude. But yeah, that was a bad trade. That's bad because Joe was that dude for a second for Phoenix.
It's crazy. I remember Tony Delk playing for Boston.
Yeah,
I didn't remember Rodney Rogers playing for him. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that Joe Johnson going over there, man. Matter of fact, I think that might have been around the time. Nope, it wasn't. Joe was there first. No, yeah, he was there first. I was gonna say, I think that might have been around the time him and Steve Nash got there together, but no, it went the same time because Nash got there in 05?
Yeah.
So yeah, they should have kept Joe Johnson.
You think Joe Johnson gonna ever be a Hall of Famer? I think we said that before, but you think he ever gonna be? You think gonna sneak?
Man, it's gonna be one of them cases where it's like, because with the NBA, damn near everybody get in, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna probably be one of them cases where it's like everybody's in there now. Like that, who ain't been in there? Just throw him in there. Joe Johnson.
He don't really got no accolades though. Like he don't he ain't play for like overseas and nothing like that. Like
he don't have no goals. He don't have no rings. Like, he got 7 All-Star appearances. He only got 1 All-NBA back in 2010.
He ain't winning college or nothing like that. So it's I don't think Joe going in there. But Joe was, like you said, multiple time All-Star. And the closest thing to be a Hall of Famer, I guess, that level right under there. So if you trade that away for that and with the first round pick, that's trash. That's a bad trade.
Yeah, especially what he turned out to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into this next one, man. 3-team trade. The Denver Nuggets. Oh man, I know you remember this one. Shout out to Freezy. The Denver Nuggets traded Carmelo Anthony to the New York Knicks. The Knicks got Carmelo, Chauncey Billups. Remember Anthony Carter too?
Carter, yep.
Hey, Rolando Bachman, Sheldon Williams, a 2016 first round pick, and Corey Brewer. Jesus. The Nuggets received, I remember Wilson Chandler, yep. Denali Gallinari, Raymond Felton, I remember that too. Timothy Mozgov. Was it Costa Kofis? A 2012 second round pick, a 2013 second round pick, a 2014 first round pick, 2016 first round pick, and they got that moolah, the cash. The T-Wolves got Eddie Curry, Anthony Randolph, 2015 second round pick, and cash. Man, that's a. I don't know why I did not know that was a 3-team trade, bro. I didn't remember it being a 3-team trade. But
I wish we can know who picks or who picks. Like who is this considered a bad trade for? The Nuggets?
I mean, remember the Nuggets were good. Probably.
Yeah, the Nuggets ended up getting like players. I think that Joker pick was in there, right?
That might be one of the Joker picks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I don't get this. Is it they call it a bad trade for New York? Is it a bad trade for the Timberwolves? Yeah, like
they saying for the Nuggets?
That's what it wouldn't be the bad trade for the Nuggets because the Nuggets were still good, like you said. Even when Carmelo left, they were competing for a second with like the playoffs and all that. And then the Knicks ended up getting Carmelo, who is New York like legend and all that stuff. Like I always said though,
Hey, unless
Breezy
it's the
said
T
he
Wolves,
shouldn't have.
but the T Wolves are like they were like a
The
throwing
throwing
team.
team, man, to be the third team. Like Melo, I always said though. I always said. I know Freezy said you just go ahead. You got to get him now because who knows with the money and the situation and all. If Melo knew he was going to play for the Knicks, he should have just played the rest of the season. Now and went there after the season was done, bro.
Man, I still think they would have found a way to make room.
Yeah.
To sign him straight up. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it a million times.
You got rid of whoever on your team you need to get. They knew it was coming up. That's why they went and got Melo. They would have made. They could have told Melo. Could have told them, "Hey, I'm going to come here next year." So that trade deadline, like they got Melo, they could have got rid of all the players they needed to get rid of to get the expiring contracts to have the money for them or whatever. But yeah,
but them pieces they gave up to go to Denver, bro.
Melo
would have had that team.
Melo again would have had another team. Would have been like, and Amari Stoudemire was still there and all that. Like,
yep,
yeah,
yeah, I agree. Shout out to T Wolves. Shout out to D Town's finest man, Anthony Rudolph, man. Randolph, yeah. The Eddie Curry. Oh my God, boy. Ooh. Is he a bust?
Yeah, Eddie Curry is. Tyson Chandler was going down that path. But he turned it around.
Shout out to Chris Paul.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Paul. Yep.
Chris Paul say that, man.
Yeah, he did.
What we got next, King? Ooh. It's the trade right here, bro. Was this bad?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Where you get these trades? I mean, yes, it's bad. It's bad.
Let me read it for the podcast listeners, man. Milwaukee Bucks trade Ray Allen to the Seattle Supersonics. Supersonics received Ray Allen, Rolando Murray, Rondo. Thank you. Murray, Kevin Ollie. Geez, that's a name. And a 2003 first round pick. The Bucks received Gary Payton, and Desmond Mason. Why is that a bad trade?
Because what were the Bucks after that?
They were still the playoff team.
Did they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals?
No. Seattle didn't either, though.
Okay, but Seattle also got a first round pick as well, and they became a team like. So Seattle was at the end at that point. Remember, like they didn't even have Sean Kemp anymore. Ray Allen came over there and gave him more life, like with him and Rashard Lewis. They didn't really like win anything, but they were still the Seattle Sonics or whatever like that, Supersonics. Like with that first round pick, I don't think that was an aging Gary Payton right before the Lakers.
Matter of fact, he only played there for 1 year, didn't he?
Yeah. So you gave him a first round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Desmond Mason was known for winning the dunk contest.
Waxahachie finest boy, Desmond Mason. Shout out to Waxahachie, shout out to Cuz. But yeah, man, like I guess, bro. That's also too. Remember, Seattle had. Wait, was Ben Baker gone?
He might have still been there.
Well, I feel like Ben was gone, bro.
He might have been gone. I told you them years. That's too much.
Yeah, them years started running into each other.
Ray Allen with Supersonics and all that, man. That's when he about to go completely bald at that point. Start cutting the hair.
I remember Ronald Murray and Kevin Ollie. Kevin Ollie was a journeyman. He was like the real solid backup point guard.
Yep.
Okay. All right, man. Oh man, this is a trade right here, bro. Now this definitely should be on the list.
Yeah.
So the Pau Gasol trade, bro.
No.
The Memphis Grizzlies traded. Hold on. The Memphis Grizzlies traded Pau Gasol to the Lakers. Okay, the Lakers got Pau Gasol and a 2010 second round pick. The Grizzlies received Kwame Brown, Javaris Creighton, your favorite shooting guard out of Washington. Mark Gasol, Aaron McKee. Jeez, they did get Aaron McKee. That was last leg Aaron McKee. 2008 first round pick and a 2010 first round pick. This was that trade that happened, bro, that nobody knew was kind of like the Luka trade. Nobody knew that trade was going down, bro. I remember Mark Cuban was mad about that. He's like, man, if I'd known, we would try to, put our little bid in for him. Like no team knew that he was up for, that option was out there or whatever. I don't know why I feel like Marc Gasol wasn't traded. I thought his pick was traded and they drafted him. I don't know why. I don't know. I guess I'm misremembering.
Either way, it became, with hindsight, it's about they went more with the future. They weren't ready right now, so the Grizzlies got a Gasol that was ready later on. You feel me? Like,
right.
It's not that bad of a trade, hindsight, because they got 2 first-round picks too. It's just in that moment, it was like the Lakers needed Pau Gasol, and it was like you gave them Pau Gasol, but the Grizzlies weren't winning anything. You feel me? They couldn't win a playoff game. So remember, Powell got swept, I think, 2 times in a row. Dirk swept him one time. That one game I remember with Dirk, I thought the Grizzlies were going to win it. Dirk hit that like 3 at the end of the game and all, at the send to overtime.
What are you talking about, bro? Pau Gasol better than him. You heard what Colin Cowherd said. Don't do that, bro.
Yeah,
don't do that.
I remember that series though, but yeah, like in hindsight, it's not.
He
not
don't.
that.
What you saying?
It's not that bad of a trade in hindsight, though.
Yeah, in hindsight, yes. But I know I was one of those people that was mad. Like, bro, the Lakers always getting that guy, man. Man, I was mad at the time.
Like, it helped out the Grizzlies too. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not just a one-sided trade where it's like, man, what did you get from this? Like, Marc Gasol is he definitely probably got his jersey retired and
he Hall of Fame
Memphis
too.
or whatever. Yeah.
Wait, ain't he in the Hall of Fame now?
I don't think. Did he make the Hall of Fame? I was like, I don't know if he's gonna make the Hall of Fame, but he may. He
going, bro. If you throw in the Spain time too and everything, he going.
Oh yeah. Mark, you right, Marcus. So and he won a championship.
Dang, he could. King, you know I got to do it. I'm sorry, bro. I gotta look it up because I could have sworn I heard his name.
If he already made the Hall of Fame, then it's definitely not that bad of a trade. Like, that's
okay. Oh, that's the first question that popped up. He said no. That's okay.
That's one thing. I didn't think he was Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he not in, but he going, bro.
He might. He will. If Vlade Divac made it, Marc Gasol will make the Hall of Fame.
He got a defensive player of the year and everything, bro. Yep. And he got a ring. And he got some gold. Yeah. So
All-star appearances, all that stuff. Yeah, he's going
all that.
That's what I say. It's not that bad of a trade, bro. That's actually a decent trade. Now you look at it like that, I'm like, that's all right. I'm not like I wouldn't be mad at it.
Who better at a Paul and Mark?
Powell. That's easy.
Okay, let's make sure. I'll just see what you're gonna say.
Powell. I remember when Powell on Rookie of the Year, they was doing them little segments. Powell.
Yep.
Not
Dwight Powell. Been number 1 pick. Yeah, not Dwight Powell. He should have been number 1 pick. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we got next, man. Oh man. I remember this trade. I remember Rasheed Wallace. So Atlanta Hawks trade Rasheed Wallace to the Detroit Pistons. And the reason why that was, remember, Rasheed did not want to go to Atlanta, bro. Shout out to Demond. The Pistons got Rasheed Wallace and Mike James. Yeah, Mike James. Do we have Mike James?
I feel like you did for a second.
I feel like we did too. I'm getting him and like Tony Delk and all of them mixed up. And your boy Eric Strickland and all of them. Yeah. Let's see. Hawks receive Chris Mills. Remember him from Charlotte days? Bobby Sura. My pops like Bobby Sura because he got into a fight with Jordan. I don't know who this dude is. Bro, my dad Jordan hater, bro.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Zalko.
Zalko. Yeah,
Rebecca.
I don't know who that is. I apologize. I'm butchering that man's name. That's who the Hawks got.
You said
and the 2004 first round pick. Yeah. The Celtics receive Chucky Atkins, boy. Chucky. Lindsey Hunter, 2004 first round pick. Bro, I remember they thought Lindsey Hunter was going to be the next Isaiah Thomas when he came out of college, bro. I remember that.
Why don't I feel like these trades are that bad though, man? Like, and I'm gonna tell you why with this one. This one, like, I understand the Rasheed Wallace thing helped Detroit win a championship, but the Hawks had to get whatever they can get because they had Rasheed on the team, like they got a first round pick and all from it. You feel me?
Because remember, Rasheed got traded to Atlanta, and I don't think he was there for a day, and they traded him to Detroit. I remember him saying he did not want to go to Atlanta or whatever. So they really had, like you said, they had no choice, bro. They had no choice. But I don't know why they mad, bro. Atlanta had Chris Mills.
Stop playing, man.
You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Hall of Fame. Don't do that. But yeah, Detroit definitely won that trade.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, that's what we probably need to do. Start saying who won the trade.
They got Mike James too, though. Mike James.
Who? Mike
James.
But yeah, man. Let's get to this next one here. Check it out, man. Milwaukee Bucks trade Andrew Bogut to Golden State. So this is the trade that your boy Rick, whatever his name is, compared to the
Rick
Luka trade.
Roberts.
Yeah, compared to the Luka trade. The Warriors receive Andrew Bogut and Steven Jackson. Why do I not remember Steven Jackson going back to the Warriors?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
He probably was at the end of his career though by now.
Probably would. I think he ended up going to San Antonio. I think that was his last stop.
Yeah.
The Bucks receive Monte Ellis, Kwame Brown, and what's that boy name? How you pronounce his first name?
I don't know. It was, Udo, right? Udo?
Yeah, Udo. Yeah, from
Udo.
Baylor.
It was Udo, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I remember he came from Baylor though. He was at Baylor.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Udo.
So this trade. So wait, who won the trade in their opinion?
The Warriors.
Oh, okay.
It's not that. Like, yeah, somebody won, but this ain't like.
But hold on. At the time, who they thought won the trade? Like who lost the trade? In their opinion, was it Golden State? Because
it didn't matter.
Because I remember a lot of people had an uproar when Monte Ellis got traded.
Yeah, but
so I'm thinking maybe it was Milwaukee that, but
no, Monte wasn't that great on the Bucks.
He was straight. He remember he had to share that backcourt with your boy.
Yeah, he was
Brandon
he was starting to slow down, and then when he came to Dallas, that's when Monte was. Man, I wanted Monte to average 20 a game, bro. He got like 19.9 or something like that, bro. I was like, I hate that. That's like with Dirk getting a 9.9 with the rebounds. Monte got the 19.9, bro. I'm like, bro, how the hell you get the 19.9 for a season, man? Like,
oh man,
bro.
Hey, and in the game you need, bro, just get like 22, bro.
Just get 22.
Get 22.
19.
Get like 20 or 21, like, bro. Like, bro, come on, man. We need somebody to get over 20 other than Dirk, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting. Somebody else to get over 20 with Dirk. I'm like, somebody else get the 20 so we could be like, okay, he's gonna be the scorer that we need and all, but 19.9, bro.
Bro, you sound just like me. I swear, bro. I used to look at his stat like, bro, please just get 20, bro. I just want you to at least get 20.
19.9.
Like I said,
so you had another 20-point score.
991.
Yeah.
Like, God.
You wanted to say that. You wanted to say, damn, we had another 20-point score. Okay, got somebody else.
In the Dirk era.
Yeah, like nope, we didn't get the 19.9, bro, is the highest we got. Even Josh, I think then Josh Howard got to like 18.9 or something like that, didn't he? Or 19.1 or something like that.
Did he get the 20?
No, I don't think Josh got the 20 either. I don't think nobody got the 20 beside Dirk. I think everybody like got the 19.
I think you're right. Because I think I remember them saying that nobody's averaged 20 in the Dirk era other than Dirk.
Yeah.
Because hold on, Finley. Doak offended. Hold on.
No, Finley did. No, I'm talking about the Dirk era. Yes.
Yeah.
So when Dirk became the guy, Finley did before that.
The way we just said about Monte, that's how I was looking at Finley too. I wanted like, bro, just get 20, bro. Get 20 a game. Cause like that 20 looked nice back then. You know what I'm saying? Like he getting 20.
Bro,
and nowadays
20
don't really mean
you were legit.
Nothing,
you were an all-star.
Yeah.
20 basically you were basically an all-star. That's why Monte Ellis was on like the cusp of being an all-star. Now you got the 20, you were like, okay, that's 20 and all-star. 25 is when you guys like the great players and all. Like you getting Dirk was like a 25 plus guy. That's when you like, all right, you were scorer and all that.
Bro, you know what's crazy? He averaged over 20 with Golden State, like 21, 22. Yeah. I saw the podcast when he was talking about that. And I'm like, bro, why you couldn't do that in Dallas? And you were the focal point of the offense in Dallas.
19.9. Andrew Bogut a bust.
I mean, he's the number one pick.
The number one pick, I think he made the All-Star game once or twice.
I think
he's champion.
He is champion.
Is that enough for an All-Star? I mean, for a number one pick?
No, because the way they were talking, like he was gonna be Dirk. No, they didn't say that. I was just joking. But no, no. What was I about to say? No, like you. I mean, what's the bar for number one?
Not him. We can keep moving.
But definitely him.
It ain't him, bro. Like if Cooper Flag was Andrew Bogut, you'd be mad.
Let me ask you a question. Who better at him than Andrew Wiggins?
Damn. Wiggins, because Wiggins won a chip now too. So is Wiggins.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Wiggins over him. Wiggins was a consistent 20-point a game scorer too, and all that.
Okay.
Like Bogut kept getting hurt and all that stuff, and then he was playing defense in the post, and he helped him out win a championship. But like, yeah, Bogut they both underwhelming, bro. You know what? In a way, I thought they hated on Andrew Wiggins a little too much. Like I didn't get why Andrew Wiggins got as much hate as he did. Like I understand why he stayed. Like, bro, he was still a 20-point like scorer getting you like something. I was like they.
But you got to look at it like this too. What we talking about on that one show about Andrew Wiggins? People thought he was gonna be Kobe.
Yeah,
they thought you was gonna be that level. Kobe.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yes,
they thought you was gonna be.
But they like
that
destroyed
Kobe,
him though.
Tracy
like,
McGrady. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you have to be that? Like, why do you have to be?
They probably did that because they were probably mad at themselves. Like, bro, I picked you to be Kobe, bro. You ain't Kobe yet. You only give me 19 or whatever, or 20 or whatever.
Because he was getting you like 20. He got you 20 early and was like a consistent like 22, 21, 22 around that era or whatever like that. And it was like area. He just stayed there.
Disappeared so many times too, bro.
Yeah. But it wasn't just him though. Like they were still developing.
I thought he's gonna turn that corner. I thought he's gonna. I'm not saying he's gonna be Kobe. I thought he's gonna be like, you know, somewhere up there close. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe in the D Wade range, or maybe close to D Wade or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I think Tom Thibodeau screwed that up.
No, you can't say that, bro.
I'm sorry, but I really think Tom Thibodeau kind of screwed that up because I thought Minnesota was the team of the future. I thought Minnesota and Philadelphia were the two teams of the future. One was the West, one was the East team. I thought Minnesota when they had Zach LaVine. So Zach LaVine, Cat, and Andrew Wiggins, I'm like, bro, at some point when they actually click, that's talent right there. They're gonna be nice. And when they got separated, Jimmy Butler and all that stuff happened, and Taj Gibson, and they got separated. And once they got separated out, they never got to that point. Like it just they weren't ready for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler shouldn't have been right. Like he helped them get to the playoffs, but he wasn't his personality. They didn't need that personality, and it kind of like we see Cat. Luckily, Cat are okay and doing something right now. He's not number one though.
That's because they thought that Jimmy Butler gonna put him over the hump.
Yeah, and
they need that one little piece because, like you said, they thought the young pieces were ready. They just needed that one guy to push them over the hump, and that we see how that turned out.
And you know what's funny? I know we getting off topic a little bit. What's funny is Jimmy Butler talked about the Minnesota Timberwolves and their players, and now you hear Dwayne Wade and Udonis Haslem saying that type of stuff about Jimmy Butler in big time games. But I got nothing to say. That's why I said that wasn't the guy you needed to be the leader right there. That wasn't the personality, and they screwed that up. I really thought they had something with them. Like they had the youth, the situation, get the team together, get a good coach, and maybe they become different players, but they didn't become it.
Ain't no Tom Thibodeau, huh?
I mean, I never was a Tom Thibodeau fan.
All right, let's see what we got next, man. We got another Nick trade. Now, listen. I don't remember this trade. Wait, yeah, I do. I remember him being traded to the Knicks. I don't remember the outlook of the trade.
It's a bad trade. It's not that bad, but it's bad.
Hold on. Let me read this real quick because Toronto Raptors traded Andrew Bargnani to the New York Knicks. Now, this is bad for the Knicks.
Yeah.
The Knicks get Andrew Bargnani. The Raptors get Marcus Camby. I think he's at the tail end of his career. Steve Novak, Quentin Richardson. Dang, I know Quentin Richardson played for the Toronto. 2014 second round pick, 2016 first round pick, 2017 second round pick.
Yeah. For them to get 3 picks out of that, that's why.
2 things.
Marcus Camby.
2 things. 1, who they compare him to?
Dirk.
Who number you got on?
Lucas.
Good night, everybody.
That's the jersey you need right there.
Oh, my God, bro.
Yeah, Marcus Camby, though. They got Marcus Camby, Steve Novak for a little bit. Quentin Richardson, the third guy, he was throwing by them. But they got 3 picks for Bargnani. That's crazy.
Now, this is a bad trade.
That's a bad. It's not the worst trade still. Yeah, he's still for the Knicks. It's not the worst because they only got 1 first, which is still trash. They got 2 seconds. But
hey, ask some Knicks fans about this one, bro. They was paying for this for a while.
Yeah, I feel you.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's a bad
I
trade.
seen Bargnani playing against us, playing against the Mavs a couple times, and I thought he was gonna be Dirk because he looked good against the Mavs. I was like, oh, okay, he gonna probably be Dirk. Then this happened, and then you see what happened when he was in New York. I'm like, yo, this dude is trash.
You said because Dirk don't play defense,
man.
So Bianyani was giving him the blues. Dirk was out to give him praises and all. Like he looks like a young me and all that. Like no, he don't.
Yeah. No, no,
He's
Dirk,
not
no,
you.
he don't.
No, he
And
ain't.
that might have been it now because Porzingis came after that. I was about to say this might have been the last time the league was like, you know what, we done trying to find another Dirk, bro. Because they didn't messed up so many times. And it was like, yo, just stop. Just stop.
So you said about him, you thought he was gonna be better than Dirk. I thought Porzingis was gonna be better than Dirk.
Wait, no. Not I mean, my bad. I chose my words wrong. Not that I thought he's gonna be the next Dirk.
That's what I'm basically. I thought Porzingis was gonna be that, and like more because Porzingis could play defense.
Yeah,
like running block shots and all that. Like I thought Porzingis was gonna be that dude. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You think he would have been that if he didn't get hurt?
Probably so. That knee injury screwed him up, bro. But
yeah, it really screwed him up.
His body became his body, so who knows? But yeah,
I agree. I definitely agree. All right, man. Let's see what this next. Oklahoma City traded James Harden to the Houston Rockets. So the Rockets received James Harden. Remember Carl Aldridge from Kansas? Shout out to Jay.
Yep.
Daquan Cook and Lazar Hayward.
Yeah,
I ain't never heard of him before.
I know that's the white guy.
Oh, okay. The Thunder received Jeremy Lamb. Oh man, Kevin Martin. How do you get Jeremy Lamb and Kevin Martin on the same team? Ain't that like redundant?
Bro, they said Kevin Martin didn't want to shoot because he didn't want to make the All-Star game. He wanted to have that. Yo, that's hilarious. Who was I listening to? They said he wanted to have that. It was Jeremy Lamb. Yep. He said he wanted to have that 19-9 or whatever like that because he didn't want to get the 20 to be an All-Star and all. I'm like, yo, what?
I've never heard that before in my life. But yeah, hold on, my bad. Kevin Martin also got a 2013 first round pick, 2013 second round pick, 2014 first round pick. At that time, this was a bad trade. We all know the whole story about what happened. I think what was it? They were like all about like $4 million or something like that, or $5 million or something for Harden.
I thought it was like $500,000 at the end of the day. It might have been like $5 million, something like that. It was something. It was something they could have made.
Yeah. Then they chose Ibaka over him. Because remember, both of them were up at one point. At the same time, matter of fact, at the same time, they chose Ibaka. They told, he played defense and all that stuff. And it's like, bro, they were on their way, man, until they made that trade. But and you know what was it, about 20 years later or whatever? We see what he had now. So
I always felt like Russ and Harden like completed each other, especially when they were young. They were like Russ was really like the two guard that played
remember
as
the
a
fourth
one.
quarter they had. They had
James Harden would play the
quarter.
one, and he didn't have to score. James Harden game changed with D'Antoni and them when he started just buckets at the buckets. But before then, he tried to be the point guard. He would get you buckets when needed and all that. He was 6th man of the year, that type of stuff. But he was getting you assists and all that type of controlling the game in the fourth quarter and all that. I thought they were like a Quentin Richardson, Darius Miles type combo. They were like one player together and all that. But then when they got rid of Harden, that messed their whole game plan up. And then Russell Westbrook had to try to become more of a point guard, and that wasn't really his role.
Yep, I remember them games, man, where, like you said, Russ, just go out there and score. That's what we need to do in the fourth quarter. Just just create pressure on the defense and downhill. Yep. And Harden was out there, like you said, he was out there facilitating. He did that every fourth quarter.
Yep.
But yeah, man, let's see what this last one is, man. Ooh. Boston Celtics trade Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett to the Brooklyn Nets. I remember this trade. Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce. The Nets get Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Jason Terry, DJ White, 2017 first round pick, and a 2017 second round pick. The Celtics receive Keith Bogut, Marshawn Brooks, Chris Humphries, King's favorite power forward, Chris Joseph, Gerald Wallace. Okay. 2014 first round pick, 2016 first round pick, 2017 first round pick, 2018 first round pick. Because we already know a couple of them picks were 17 and 18 were 16 was Jaylen Brown, 17 was Jason Tatum. I don't remember who they drafted in 18, but yeah.
Hey man, shout out to Chris Humphries, like you said. It's funny. Queen says that Kim Kardashian thought he was Blake Griffin. That was the whole thing with that, and then she messed up. But yeah, this is foolish. I don't know who Brooklyn thought they were to think that Boston would trade their whole like squad to them. Like they're the Boston Celtics. Why would they just want to just like be done? And if they are trading their whole squad, then I mean they're done. And you give up all that for them, that was foolish new ownership.
And their age.
Yeah, that's what I said. They were done. They were all done.
Toward the end. Yeah, so
They were towards the end when they won.
Yeah, they were. They were in that they're like close to mid-30s.
At Twilight.
Like 32, 33 around that age. So
I don't think any of them were in their prime at that point.
Nope.
Like none of them. Yeah.
What's I about to say?
Brooklyn.
Well, yeah, Brooklyn. So Brooklyn thought they can get one shot, with the big three of no, actually one of the big three. That's when they had Joe Johnson, they had your boy Darren Williams, and they had Garnett, they had Pierce, and they had Brook Lopez when he was
and then they got Jason
Terry too. Yeah, Jason Terry too. Yeah. When they had Brook Lopez when he was a low post threat back in the day. You know what I'm saying? For he was the leading scorer for a while there in Brooklyn.
Why didn't that team work? That's crazy. I was like, I knew they were old and all. I was thinking they were gonna be better than what they were though, bro.
Bro, you heard what Paul Pierce said.
What about Darren Williams?
Yeah, bro. He said Darren Williams.
He said Darren Williams wasn't that dude. He wasn't trying to.
He wasn't trying, bro.
But yeah,
I thought Darren Williams was gonna be that dude. Straight shout out to DFW's finest.
I was more of a fan of Darren Williams than I was of Chris Paul.
I was too.
Yeah, I was a D Will fan, but they they had, like you said, Brook Lopez at the 5, Kevin Garnett at the 4. Was Joe at the 3? No, Paul Pierce was at the 3. Joe was at the 2, and Darren Williams was at the 1. That's crazy. And Jason Terry off the bench, and they were trash. Yeah, this is probably worst trade other than the Luka so far, and Luka still got to get like the hindsight and all that. It could be not that bad, but. Well, the trade is still gonna be bad. The pick is not a part of the trade. You feel me? That's what like that number 1 pick the Mavericks got, not part of the trade. So
right,
I still think the trade is bad. So, but
these picks for the Celtics were part of the trade.
Yes,
Tatum and Brown were part of that trade. So
yes,
so yeah, I can't remember who they got in 18, but yeah, we already know Jason Tatum and Brown was in that 2016 and 2017 draft. So
yes,
but yeah, man, that's just a few of them. Which is a few worst trades since 2000. Like I said, a few of them we kind of scratching our head on, but kind of let us know, y'all, in the comment section what y'all think, man. Y'all got another trade in mind that y'all thought was a bad trade? And these trades are the worst trade in y'all opinion. Which one is the worst trade in your opinion, man? Y'all let us know in the comment section. Speaking of the comments too, y'all, we will be taking comments and questions at the end of the show. So if you got a question or a comment addressing me and King, we ask y'all hit us with the CN as in Nancy, C in front of your question or your comment. And we ask you to be respectful in the comment section. Of course, we will take on all super chats first if any super chats come in. So y'all give y'all a heads up when we get to that part of the show. But until then, King, some of these trades, man, they got to pause. Monty Jones.
Are you a Scottie Pippen is overrated or a Scottie Pippen is underrated?
Underrated. Scottie Pippen's one of the greatest players to me in the history of the league.
Yeah, I'm the other kind.
I understand it all started with Michael Jordan there. But Scottie Pippen was so integral to those Bulls championship teams. And I keep going back to the first one they won in 91. I don't think people understand how shocking it was to see anybody picking Magic Johnson up 94 feet, because nobody did that to Magic Johnson. He's Magic Johnson by year 7, year 8, year 9. Michael wasn't a ball hawk, and Scottie took that. I will guard the other team's best player. I will guard Mark Jackson. I will guard Magic Johnson. I will guard Larry Bird.
My criticism of Scottie Pippen is through none of those Bulls runs do we have the game where Mike didn't have it and Scottie saved the day.
Let me take it away.
Yeah, I was about to say something, but go ahead. Go ahead, take it away, bro.
There are games like I hate people. This is again with the whole. I wish.
I just say one thing. I just say one thing. He just gave you an example before he said that he didn't have a game. He talked about the Magic Johnson picking him up. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yep. That's one moment, right, where you like, well, because Jordan, the what is it? The LA Lakers won game 1. That's the only game they won. They had Jordan on Magic Johnson for game 1. Magic was too big. He was 6'9" compared to Jordan being 6'6", and they said,
Right.
"Hey, Scotty, go do your job." And from that point on, Scotty did
Gentleman
his
sweep.
thing. Yep, gentleman sweep. They won every game since after that. But there were some games in the playoffs where Scotty was the leading scorer, bro. There were some games just in general where Scotty did his thing. Like it's not as flashy, not as pretty, kind of like LeBron playing with Kobe. I'd say, like, not saying that extreme, but like one guy has all of, just basic fundamental moves, passes the ball, does little things. Other guy has the flashy shots and all that, so you can get the highlights and all that. The disrespect to Scottie Pippen, I've said forever, is stupid. They seem to forget the year that Michael Jordan left, that the Bulls still won 50 games. Scottie, I tell you, came in third place, I believe, in MVP votes. What happened?
They won 55 games.
Oh, 55. I'm sorry. Yes. My bad. 55. Scottie came in third place in MVP, won the All-Star MVP and all. Like, they forget about all that. But Jordan never got the first round without Scottie, right? Am I tripping?
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah, was it first or second round? Maybe second round.
Might be second. Yeah.
I think it was second round. But Jordan never got past there without Scottie. Like, it is what it is. Great players need great players. Like Steph needs Draymond Green. We talk about that all the time. Like, bro, you need a guy that can help you out. And Scottie Pippen, one of the greatest players of all time. Scottie Pippen, that dude. When Scottie was playing, it wasn't just Michael Jordan was the whole attraction of the rock show. It was Mike, Scottie, and Dennis Rodman when he got there on the team as well. Like, bro, Scottie Pippen was that dude. For him to be disrespected, he was a perennial all-star. Every year you knew Scottie Pippen was going to make the all-star team. Every year. It didn't matter. If he was healthy, he was going to make the all-star team because he was an all-star. Like, so, I don't know, bro. Bomani is tripping right now. He need to pause. He been tripping on a lot of things recently, though. Pause.
Bro, I was just about to say that. I guess Bomani is trying to get more eyeballs. He's trying to build up more engagement. Like you just said, he's been saying a lot of wild stuff here lately, bro. And I swear it felt like when he said that, I feel like he was trying to do. Because if you listen to that whole entire, interview, whatever. Well, not him. There was another interview I heard. And I think the guy kind of was saying that about him during the interview. Like, man, I feel like you just trying to get people riled up or whatever. Like, no, I'm serious. I really feel that way and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, it kind of reminded when we talked about Colin Cowherd, right? It's like, listen, I know dang well Bomani and Colin Cowherd are older than both of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know they are, which means, once again, you old enough to have seen this dude from the beginning of his career to the end of his career. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff is crazy to me, how you are older than us, and a lot of this stuff is oblivious to you. He's like, how in the hell did you not know? Like I said, Aldridge there had mentioned a moment. You said he don't have a moment. He mentioned a moment. Like King just said, the dude locked up Magic Johnson for 4 games. They beat the Lakers in 5. Like, what we talking about? Like, how you say he didn't have a moment? You even heard us say before, man, this dude here, matter of fact, how you think that the Bulls beat, other than Jordan putting up stupid numbers, what's another way you think the Bulls end up beating the Suns back when Charles Barkley was an MVP in the league? Who they have on Charles Barkley?
Scottie Pippen.
Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing? Like, that's what I said. Like, I feel like you're feeding into narratives and you're trying to get engagement and have people just come to your channel or whatever that you own and be like, oh, you hear what he said? Kind of like I used to tell you about what my pops used to always talk about. Oh man, just say something crazy like, Skip Bayless or Stephen A. just to get the eyeballs or whatever. I'm like, bro, like when you say stuff like that, I can't respect your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because you saying something that's wild, it's not even true. So you just gonna say some stuff that's crazy like that, bro. Why the hell would I listen to you about anything else?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that just make no sense to me, bro. I don't know why folks do that. Like, why are you disrespecting this dude?
We just talked about getting another guy during the Dirk era to get 20 points or whatever like that. Like, please, somebody get you 20 because 20 was like that baseline. Scottie got you 20 a couple times with Michael Jordan.
And like you said, I said this before. I think I told you before. The year that he was third in MVP, but I think he should have won MVP that year. For you to carry that Bulls team, now mind you, that's before Dennis Rodman.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that was before Ron Harper. And of course, he carried that team. I think Kukoc was the second option.
Yep.
Carried that team to a 55-win season. Should have went to the Eastern Conference Finals that year. I don't want to get on that. I feel like he got cheated against the Knicks that year. But anyway, should have been an MVP that year.
And led his team in points, rebounds, assists, steals.
I think blocks. Might have been
blocks too, bro. Like, they gotta stop playing. Scottie Pippen, bro. Like, some of that, bro. I hate that Scottie and Mike like really got a falling out, and they're not really like they're supposed to be, because they supposed to have been like that. You thought they were like a item. You feel me? Pause. Like Kobe and Shaq that way too and all, but like Jordan gives Scotty his credit, but I feel like since Jordan kind of don't like even talk about himself as much, he stayed like closed in. Like when people like throw Scotty as like Jordan's trash, when Jordan not talking more about it because he just don't talk in general. It's like, damn, Scotty sitting there and being the punching bag all the time. Like they call him a Robin. They didn't call Kareem a Robin. They didn't call Magic Johnson a Robin. You feel me? Like they made a Robin for Scottie Pippen, and he's like, damn, why you make me a Robin? But we couldn't win until I got there.
And the crazy part about it is too, a lot of reasons why they do that is because Jordan was so good, and Scotty was just. If you think about it, take Jordan out of the equation. Scotty was in that mix with the Drexlers and the Dominiques, the Ewings, you know what I'm saying? Goes on and on, right? Like the Charles Barklers and all them guys. He was in the mix with those guys. It's just that Jordan was so good, he distanced himself from everybody else. But because he was on the same team with this guy, they disrespect this guy, make him and belittle his game as if like, bro, if he was on any other team, we wouldn't be talking about him the same way you talk about him now.
He'd be Grant Hill and all that stuff. But the in 1996, when they won 72 games, they had, to me, in my opinion, they had 2 top 5 players. I felt like Jordan and Scottie Pippen were both. That's why they won 72 games and did what they did with Dennis Rodman and all that stuff. I felt like they were 2 top 5 players at that point until Scottie Pippen went out.
He was it was top 5 when he should have won MVP.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So he was at that level, and then Jordan returned 2 years after that, and I felt like at that point it was 2 top 5 players on the team. That's why they were so dominant.
I agree, bro. Definitely agree. But yeah, man, what was that brought to you by, man?
Our friends over at Playback. Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
Yes, sir, man. All right, man, let's get to these questions and these comments.
Sponsored by True Classic.
The most interesting customer came into True Classic today. A young man came in right when the doors opened and said he had a job interview in just 30 minutes. The challenge, or so he thought, he had about $150 to work with. Now, in most places, that's a fancy shirt, maybe some nice socks. But at True Classic, when you add more, you save more. So not only did I set him up with a pair of our 4-way stretch chinos, not only did I set him up with one of our white button-down shirts, I even helped him complete the look with one of our coach's jackets. All for just $130. So he found his fit, looked great for his interview, and I'm pretty sure he got the job too. That's true value.
All right, man, let's get these questions and these comments, bro.
Yes, sir. I might not get to everybody. I'm going to try to get the comments or questions we haven't really touched on. Pause. So start with, I guess, Richard. He's a Glow Yard member. He says, I can see many winning one at home, but they need both. Don't know if I can see that right now. Facts. And I think OKC's up 2-0 now, as I said.
Yeah.
They would have to win the night for it to be done. I don't think many wins both of them in Minnesota. I think it's over. See, what up, Queen? She says OKC in 4. I don't got him at 4. I'm going to give respect to him to win at least one. But
yeah, give him at least one.
Yeah. I guess you guys say the net jersey is lit. I don't know what the hell he's saying. Coming fast as yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. That might be it. I don't want to go. Somebody just went off and started. Actually, you know what? I'm giving him time. Why not? Let's see. Is it 8R? Maybe. Whatever. He says that Nets jersey is lit, bro. Talking to you. So I guess he got mad. We talked about his team. He said, "Let me guess, Petrovic."
Yep.
Yeah. He says, agreed. He hated Kobe till he retired. He said, we old now. He said, What the F am I listening to? Wait, say that again. Nets trades are coming fast forward. That BS. Yep. He said, did he say Harden trade was financial issue to capping? What'd you say, bro? What'd you say was the reason? What'd you say it came down to? What does finances deal with?
Go to the next question, bro.
Finances deal with money, don't it? Oh my goodness, he's an idiot.
Go to the next question.
He said, it's just him now. I told you. He said Paul Gasol ended up being Marc Gasol. Want me to pull up who he is? You know who was GM at the time. What is he?
Next.
Okay.
Next. It's 11:14 at night, bro. I'm not finna.
Did he call this 2 boys and 2 clowns? I love you, man. I love you for being here. Enjoying these clowns. We must be the circus for you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ringling, Barnes, and Bailey. Can you leave us some money next time? A tip next time, Adar. Please, bro. You enjoy watching clowns. What that make you? What up, Salon? He says I mess with Bomani, but he'll have some old takes as well. Yeah, some odd takes.
Some odd takes, yeah.
Yeah, Salon. I don't know what's up with Bomani right now. He just on some like.
I think ever since he left ESPN, he been kind of on that odd takes stuff. So I'm not even sure.
And he said, "What? Say that again. Where you at, Salon? You said when you said say that again.
Yeah. So he was talking about the what you said with Martin with the 20 points.
Oh, I see it. Okay. I saw you, Salon. I'm sorry. You're not Adar. My bad. Yeah. So Martin, it was Jeremy Lamb, right? You said.
Yeah, Jeremy Lamb.
You said to Kevin Martin. He said because Kevin Martin used to be a scorer. He used to be a bucket. That's what he was known for, even when he was in Sacramento and all that. And he said that he
at one point he was part of the 90-50-40, but King said shut up. It's not true.
But he didn't want to make 20 points a game. Get to 20 points a game because he didn't want to make the All-Star team or whatever. That's what Jeremy Lamb said. Said he didn't want to be known like that. So he instead of making the All-Star game, he would always stay at like 19 something at the most. That's crazy,
bro. That's crazy, bro. I've never heard that before in my life.
That's
I mean, when you get your accolades like that, bro, that's where the money come in. You know what I'm saying? So, that's crazy.
Hey,
I think I saw that on the short. I think when Jeremy Lamb said, Salam. Yeah. Matter of fact, hold on, give me a sec. I'm trying to remember what podcast it was on. He said it. Was it was Theo Penson's, was it?
I don't know. For some reason, I thought that too when you said that, but
it might have been Theo's. So, Salam, I have to go look on Theo Penson's podcast. Out of the Mud podcast with Tony Allen and them, or All the Smoke. It might be one of them 3. I can't remember. I want to say what
that ain't true. It ain't true. It ain't true. Paul Pierce ain't say what he said about D. Will and all that. You a clown, bro. You better chill, man. Don't tell him false information.
My bad.
Stop telling them false information,
man. But yeah.
The Nets had clown colors that you got on right now. He must be from Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn, man. I like Brooklyn, but they weren't in Brooklyn back then. My bad. They didn't have no team. It was New Jersey.
They had no team.
My fault.
But yeah, listen. Well, glad y'all here rocking with us for another episode, man, of Cap and Crown. We will be back here, guys, next Monday, man. So if you're into the NBA talk, man, into NBA debates and all them good things, follow us here on the channel by hitting that subscribe button. Oh, Dio said, "What you think about the Halliburton choke gesture?"
I'm fine with it. I didn't know. So as long as they win the series, what is it? What's the thing when somebody doesn't really know it? Something. Go ahead and say. I forgot what I wanted to say. Go ahead.
Sorry, like front running.
No. Like it's something. Like basically a quiz of something. Like if somebody was to have like a just keep talking, I'll figure it out. Just say what you're saying. I'll figure it out. Jeez.
But yeah, I didn't have no problem with it, man. He kind of did it, and him and Reggie kind of gave each other the little you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wasn't really mad at it, man. You know, it's playoffs. You know, if you don't want him to do the choke sign, you got to stop him.
No, Div, not a premonition. It's like if you ever had a like a quiz, like if they ever had a question, a pop quiz or something like that, and somebody asked you this question about the choke gesture, like Reggie Miller actually lost that series.
What they call that? Trivia question.
Yeah,
Like
there
trivia
you
question.
go. Something I couldn't think of it. Is it like if a trivia question or something like that was happening?
I knew what you were talking about.
Yep,
Yeah,
that when Reggie Miller threw up that choke sign, like folks always think that he was like, "Oh my God, they choked," and he won that game and did that stuff, but they lost the series.
They won the other series, I think the year after or whatever. So like you said, the further you move away, you start getting your days mixed up. Because when you said that, I'm like, nah, bro, they won that series.
Oh, they lost.
And you was like, no. I said, no, not that they won that game. I think they lost 2 games after that in that series. I think they lost to 6.
Yep.
And so, so I was like, man, I thought that was the same series, but they won the series after that.
I'm like,
so
why?
I think that was the Eastern Conference Finals. Who I think that's when Reggie Miller played the Bulls, I believe.
Yeah, people highlighted. I'm like, bro, with the Knicks won.
Yeah, they won the series.
Yeah, like, does it really matter if the Knicks won? I mean, the way they presented to you, feel me? They presented like Reggie Miller won that series and all. You would think, man, Reggie won that series and all that, but he didn't.
No, he didn't, bro.
That's your guy.
He did. But yeah, man, listen, like I said, if y'all are into NBA content, man, join us here. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit that like button too, y'all. Hit the like buttons for us tonight, man. Help us build the algorithm up. Find more NBA basketball fans like yourselves. Also, too, if you want to become a member of the channel, hit that join button right there next to the subscribe button, man. Join us here every Friday morning, man, as we have our shows here with the members of the channel. We will have a show tomorrow morning, man, for the members. So we will see y'all tomorrow morning, members. For everybody else, we will be back on Monday, y'all, for the recap. So y'all can join us here for Monday's show and Wednesday show of next week. Also, too, follow me on my other channel, Cuz We Geeks. We talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. Me and Cuz will have a show on Saturday morning. Like WB's getting sued over some legal stuff with the whole Superman movie. We're probably gonna talk about that. And I think some Fantastic Four clips had released, I believe. So we'll probably talk about that too. It's a lot of stuff we normally talk about, man. When it comes to movies, there's always so much stuff coming up. But pause. We talked about Jurassic Park. Y'all can probably go back and watch that. We did a trailer kind of reaction to that.
Jurassic World.
Thank you. Golly, bro. Jurassic World Rebirth. We did a reaction to that, man. So y'all can head over there. Kind of, if you saw the trailer, let us know what y'all thought about the trailer, man, over there on Cuz We Geeked. Kings, everything I'm forgetting, bro?
Follow me on my other channel, We Talk Combats, where we talk everything combat, sports, and entertainment. We have a show this weekend and Sunday. We're going to be recapping Saturday night main event, Raw, SmackDown, and also part of this Wrestling Tea, our segment over there. We'll be talking about Roman Reigns possibly being in a coma for the next Street Fighter movie. So join us over there Sundays. We're trying to get to our first goal of 500. And other than that, share, more share, guys. A share is the equivalent of a like. We appreciate everybody for rocking with us, helping us out, get the word out there with the new form, the new, I guess, format we're doing now and all. And for the haters, keep hating, man. We're here for you. Just keep hitting whatever. Just engage, please, so we can get to more people like you. Peace.
So I guess we're both gonna be talking about the Roman Reigns Street Fighter stuff.
Crossover.
Crossover. You said no, Iverson.
You said because we talk combats, we talk geek combats.
We talk geek combats.
There you go.
But listen, y'all, we'll be, like I said, members, we'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Everybody else will see you on Monday, man. Y'all already know. Capricorn.